Oh, right. Okay. I just want to keep playing this game. It might be something I play. I'll probably switch to something else, maybe. I do plan to actually do an extra stream this week because I have a day off, so hopefully I'll actually work in some other stuff. But if it wasn't obvious, more Outer Wilds today. So yeah. Let's get into it. That. Oh, that's my water in the other room. While that's loading, I'll be right back. Be right back. I also forgot to take my pills. Don't want a repeat of that one day where I bit myself on, Silk Song, that's the one. Not that I didn't take my medicine, that was just a really bad day for my mood swings. Where, my medicine wasn't keeping it at bay. It happens. It's pretty rare, but it happens. You need some variance. If you want something to, like, tackle the highest end, you generally have to, like, it's gonna suppress your moods completely, like, when it's normal. So you want something that'll hit the middle to where your moods tend to be more mid than they are high. It's very annoying, which has some people... You just gotta learn to live with that kind of stuff, you know? That's how all that goes. Done, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Alright. Just wanted to double check that, though. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I'm playing this fine, but... Let me plug in my controller, because I don't know why I... completely forgot about that. There we go. I was playing with the keyboard and my brain went, something doesn't feel right, and it took me until I got into the ship to remember. Yeah. Which also means I need my little brace. One day, hopefully one day, that my wrist will stop hurting. I still debate every day whether or not I should sue those people, but I also just don't think I have the... what I need to actually do something like that. Oh, that does remind me. There we go. I want to take some B-roll. What the spacesuits look like for my... good enough. Alright, you're not actually wearing one. That's fine. I need to find one of the others, then. do it later. Let's... No. Actually. Whoa. Game? Still want to try and get on that thing. Floating just around the sun. Course correction, course correction. There you go. Ow. Somehow I didn't take any damage there. Okay. What is this? Okay. Is this one of their detectors to try and find the, source thing? This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. It's also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? Sorry, bumper, not trigger. I don't know why my brain went trigger. This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. I found your note, Milore. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. I agree. Your first step would be to determine a method to track the phantom moon, so that we can always know where it is. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. So this tracks where the quantum moon is, huh? Right now it's around... Yep, there it is. Fascinating. Can you get out of that little groove? Thank you. Oh, hey. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I want to go check that out. I have not checked out the interloper. Fuck. There you go. Did not want to hit the sun. Okay. Landing gear damage. There we go. Whoa. No. There we go. There is some of this stuff. Just one that's damaged? Yeah. What's interesting about the interloper... This almost... Oh. You slide around on it. It's like ice. Oh. Hmm. This is something. This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, couldn't someone call it back to home with the gravity cannon on Ember Twins? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. This would be wise. I think, Clary, if you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. Okay, so to get inside, I'm guessing I have to go to Ember Twins and recall it somehow. Okay, well. Is there anything else of note here? Let's do a bit of a... Actually, I'm gonna use this thing. A bit of look around. Interesting. So outside of the, shuttle, not much there. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I'm over here, that's why. The white hole. You. And steep. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully by the time I get there, it's around the side so I don't crash into the sun. And there, if you wanted to get there faster, you should do like a tilt like this. Because what that would do is allow you to use 2 boosters on full blast. Granted, both their velocities would be tangent, so maybe actually it'd be the same. Never mind. You'd want to point whichever are the most powerful. There we go. Oh, we got the... Okay, I see where the launch thing is. Let's actually go to it. I'm curious about the interloper. Interesting. Thankfully, it does not seem... Go. Shuttle is currently resting at the comet. Call the shuttle home. Activate gravity cannon. Sunless City. I am curious. The Vera situation may be dire. Pyre, Poke, and I landed here on the comet not long after its arrival on this star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pyre, come back safely, my friends. Okay. I was curious. I was fucking curious. So there's a fissure on the sunward side. Definitely need to check that out. No, apparently I haven't really looked since... you. Core probe cannons launch probe 9 blah blah probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the eye of the universe. The statue in the probe tracking module automatically records each probe trajectory and transmits the data to the Ashwin's project. I found my coordinates marking the location of the eye of the universe. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field are called into my shuttle from the interloper. Found into my shuttle, almost completely encased in ice. The Nomai landed on the interloper not long after its arrival. In the solar system, the shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. There were 3 Nomai aboard the shuttle. One of them stayed behind to keep the shuttle warm, whilst the others 2 explored the interloper. Clary and the Nomai who stayed behind lost contact with the other 2 after they descended below the interloper's surface. So, those equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. 2 of the Nomai located a fissure in the ice on the interloper sunward side that descended inside to investigate. So I'm going to need to figure that out. The Black Hole Forge is spun below the city. I found a switch that raised and lowered the forge. Black Hole Forge district is the highest district in the hanging city. Nomai named Poke planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai crafted warp cores at the Black Hole Forge before delivering them to the Ashwins. Minecraft warp cores, the black hole for delivering the astronauts. Okay. Oh, this was the other one. Quantum moon locator. In my hypothesis, the quantum moon for macroscopic quantum mechanics. There's more to explore here. Oh. Okay, I didn't explore everything there. Huh? What is this? It's not moving with everything else. Not the interloper, is it? No. Okay. Oh, is that the probe? Come on. Let me get close to it. There we go. Cool. Oh, don't. Nope. Bad. Woo. Let's check this thing out. I hadn't thought about checking out the probe. Well, I did, briefly. Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't really do much. It's just a thing, but it's fun. Come on. Bad, bad, bad. There we go. There we go. So it does kind of let you do that if you lock onto the probe. Yeah, you can see the thing. Okay, so that must be the eye of the universe. Oh, while this is doing this, I want to check something out. Nope. Okay, so we do have the stranger. We have, what are you, quantum moon. White hole station. Astron's project. Several large and mighty towers form a ring around Astron's equator. Whitehall Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Instruments project. It passed through the electrical barrier and reaches the coral at the planet's core. Okay, that's it. That's cool. I didn't realize you could get those. A little curious now. Maybe. Okay, so we got the oh, we still got some stuff we need to look at. The vessel and escape pod 3. Oh, that's Dark Bramble. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I want to go. I'm so far away. Let's go to the interloper. I think I'm curious about. Okay, so. Something that way. Is there a way to, like, look for the white hole? So, the interloper orbits white hole and the sun, basically. But something's causing its orbit to decay. Could honestly just be the Hourglass Twins. I got that thing that's super close to the sun, which I definitely still need to check out. All very interesting. I'm recording, right? Yes, okay. Whew. Panic mode. Wrong way, this way. On the sunward side, which I assume is the side without ice. So there are cracks here. Kinda look like molars, if you ask me. Well, let's go refuel here. Let's get around in here. See if I can find something. Doing the maze trick or just fall on the wall. Didn't do anything. Huh. Part of me wonders if I need to recall it and then find it. Like, maybe it's underneath the ship. But they found it on the sunward side, which would imply... not the shadowed side, but... Huh. Don't see anything of note. I mean, it's possible that something has to happen to trigger an opening? Okay, I'm gonna do go to the Ash Twins real fast. And we'll come back to the interloper. Stupid sun getting in the way of shit. There we go. Making our way to the Ember Twins. Flying fast. Suns go past. And I'm planet bound. Do. Oh no, is it full up? It might be full up. No, let me out. Okay. Now let's head back to the interloper and see if there's anything. There we go. Now, where is that interloper? There we go. Make sure... Okay, it's gonna pass by one more time, I think. Go. I have a weird theory that where the shuttle was, there will now be a hole. But maybe not. That theory's moot. Okay. Well. So kind of noticed. The north. The north? No, so the north isn't necessarily the sunlit side, which is interesting. Okay, let's head back to the ship and refuel. I feel like I'm missing something, so I might need to come back here later. Skirting along kind of the edge, see if I see anything interesting. But I ain't seeing much. Which is annoying. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna get onto the ship. And we're gonna look around here where I kind of have more infinite stuff. And the black and white might actually add a bit of contrast, which might help. Oh. I just had a theory. What could make a star explode? Another question. What can be forged inside a black hole? Third question. How much power is contained in a warp core? The initial warp core was, like, breached and lost. What? So maybe this is, like... The interloper is literally, like, space debris that formed around the warp core, or, like, the remains of, like, the ship. Supposed to be on the sunlit side. There we go. What is going on here? They did mention something about a signal too, didn't they? I just remembered that was mentioned. A weird signal coming from the interloper. I would assume it would be quantum frequency. If not, then distress beacons? Getting mighty close to that sun. Wait. Oh my gosh. So when it's close to the sun, it opens up. Interesting. Question is it one of those things where it's like it has to be when you're like nearing the sun? Okay. I should have realized. Like, I was thinking that, but I'm like, nah, they wouldn't do that, would they? They did. They have literally things where sand increases and decreases on a planet, annoyingly. So... where is that sun? There we are. And where's that interloper? Has bad idea written all over it, but let's keep going. There we go. So my hope is that it as approaches the first time, it'll defrost. If not... whoa. Where'd my ship go? That could be a problem. We're heading towards the sun, right? Yeah, okay. So let's get... onto the sun side. See what happens as we approach. This is very amusing. Then I'm getting jilted around a little bit. I'm literally not touching the controls at all, I'm just looking. I'd be surprised if they force you to do, like, a little mini exploration within, like, a few seconds. Oh, nope, it's working. Down the hole. Ghost matter, yay. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's center. I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realized. Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear you will lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. I understand, but be cautious, both of you. Okay. That one seems like a bad idea. This one also seems like a bad idea. Okay. That one seems like a good idea. Let's check this one out. Yeah, bad idea. That could be a problem. Okay, so the area itself doesn't have ghost matter. Is there another way inside? Well, let's look around. Oh, fun. I'm guessing I have to go through here, but... Interesting. Dang. That's not a fun way to go. Yep, here we are. Okay. Spherical stone casing here. Seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather, the source is what's within this stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. Stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing at least. Pi, I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. We're still. This matter is disturbingly volatile. Oh, wait. Pi. Whatever the matter inside this stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compact before. What is this? This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing this star system almost instantaneously, and the pressure is still building as the comet approaches this star system. Return to the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing? Bye! Bye, what are you doing? The more we know about this alien matter, the better. Our chances of survival... the better chances of our survival. I will learn what I can hear. Go warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke. Okay, so he was talking about a shell. This thing, okay. This thing itself is interesting. Fascinating. Huh. Okay. So this is what's destroying the solar system then, whatever the frick this stuff is, the ghost matter. And it looks partially ruptured. Oh, I see, it's got pressure. And he accidentally blew it up. And that's why there's shards all over the place. Killed him and Pokey. Fire and Pokey. A little skeleton underneath. 3 fingers. Oh, I just noticed. So that's what those masks are. They're like their spacesuits for their 3 eyes. Neat. Well, I'm thinking, instead of getting out of here, it'll be easier just to do, the meditate until next loop. Although, oh, maybe I should have stuck around to see what happens when, like, it hits the sun. Might not actually have done anything, but... Okay, while this is going on... Oh, no. Yeah, while this is going on, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I should have. I realized it, like, ended right when I shouldn't have been so, wishy-washy about deciding on stuff. Oh well. Okay, let's check out the Ash Twins a bit. Now the question is, which one's me and which one's my brother? Am I the Ember Twin or the Ash Twin? In case people didn't know, I'm a twin. I have a twin brother. We're fraternal, so it's definitely, more like these two. How do I want to handle this? Let's see, where do I want to land? Got... Definitely did the beacon. There's the Sunless City, which I think is good. I got one of these teleporter thingamaborbs. And we've got whatever the frick this is. What's that thing? I said there was more stuff around that thing. Huh. Wait. What's going on here? Who is this? Sure. Goodness, it's you. Hello. I take it you're first launch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins and Mind of the Sand now. What are you up to? Hornfeld asked me to update our star chart, so I'm out here observing this one. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know. What's weird is I've just actually seen a couple of supernova today. Usually I'd be fortunate to see just one. Keep an eye or 4 on the stars. Maybe you'll spot one yourself. What can I do for you? How do I know if I've spotted a supernova? Supernova look like extra bright stars to the naked eye, but if you zoom in with your signalscope, you'll tell that they're actually enormous explosions. Massive stars go supernovas at the very end of their lifespans, which is why it's so unusual to see 2 in a single day. I wonder if some of these stars are older than we realized. Tell me, what are you doing right here? Right now, I'm documenting the stars. Hornfels noticed our star charts are out of date, so they asked me to update them. Please don't tell the others I said this, but sometimes I think I'm the only traveler out here interested in doing any science at all. Maybe don't tell Hornfels either. I think they're pretty deep in denial. I would kind of agree. Well, to be fair, the one that uses Terrified on that one place is also trying to do science. He's just kind of paralyzed. What should I explore here? To be honest, I haven't left this lake bed. I don't mean to brag, but I'm really quite good with the little scout. So I've been taking pictures of everything from right here at my campsite. Have you seen the old shipwreck site on Ember Twin's southern hemisphere? The one shooting a bright beam of light into the sky. It's not one of our own crashes, surprisingly enough. This one's a Nomai ship. You'll find Nomai ruins across the Twins, but strangely not a single settlement. Believe me, if there was one to see, I'd have seen it with my little scout. So where did they live? Not on the surface, clearly. Ember Twins is full of cave systems, though. Maybe the answer lies underground. How dangerous is the big column of falling sand? On a scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it a 7 or 8. Awfully pretty, though. Right now, sand is flowing from the Ash Twin to the Upper Twin. But did you know the process eventually reverses? We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomenon. Oh, if you'd like to see something interesting, check out the other twin once a little more of its sand drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. I found something. I found your notes about the Rock's main crater. Did you? I hope they were useful. The planet I mentioned may have been frozen solid or just partially made of ice, like much colder giants deep. It's hard to say. It used to be the 5th planet in our solar system. You'll notice, of course, that there's no such planet now. In its place is Dark Bramble, which, how to put this, grew into the space of the 5th planet used to occupy. That is, Dark Bramble quite literally appeared at the center of the 5th planet and began destroying it from inside out. Eventually, the planet shattered completely, and its shards were flung across space. Some of these shards collided with the celestial bodies in our solar system, such as the Rock, which I believe is how it got its biggest crater. Was formed. Let's see, okay. I found something. Found in my writing about the quantum moon. Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Who wouldn't wonder about a moon that's sometimes there and sometimes is not? Observers of the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets. I observe the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the net sky altogether. Maybe there's another place it travels to. Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at the star charts. What are you up to? What else went to this events, you know, yeah, okay. Never mind. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Stairs all the way down to here. Sand's already piling up. Ow. That is a not fun sound, I'm gonna be honest. I want to go over to where Chert is as soon as possible. There we go. In fact, it seems that the sand hasn't even started falling yet if you get there fast enough. Okay, so we got that thing, that thing, that thing. There we go. Here's him. Ship, okay. It's starting to fall. Ow. I'm very curious about what's down here, because obviously this area is somewhere you have to get to ASAP. Oh, and it's a maze, that's fun. Sand river. This is dangerous. Well, if there's something... of note, it'll probably be back... Might be a little lost. Oh no, we've got quantum stuff going on, okay. Go. Well, I'm definitely nearing something quantum. That's good, because there was one quantum place here I wanted to, like, take a look at. If you've come here to look for Colossus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. Your strange wandering rock friend is here through Coleus, isn't it? Is here though, Coleus, isn't it? Coleus and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in it. At least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. What happened before Coleus disappeared? When we were examining the different rocks, I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the Wandering Rock, and I was taking notes and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. Here we go. I'll keep that up for now. How curious. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming. This cave appears to lack an entrance or exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. Rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis: if the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Malore is here now, too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with the quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with the quantum object, and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Okay. That's the rule of quantum entanglement, then. Well, this is a new area. Don't tell me this is the cave around where I started. Nah, I really don't need that. Okay. There we go. quantum entanglement, then. Stop sparking, I'll fix you. Okay. So I'm curious about this now. Rupture core. What's camping? Cave. Okay. I found the 2 missing members of the Nomai shuttle crew near a large ruptured stone that looks like it exploded from the inside. Nomai traced the strange energy readings to a spherical stone casing filled with some form of exotic matter. They determined the exotic matter was both lethal and under extreme pressure. If the stone were to rupture, the exotic matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the solar system almost instantaneously. If one of the Nomai stayed behind to examine the alien matter, while the other rushed back to the surface to warn the rest of Nomai, but then he ruptured it and blew up. And killed himself. Sure to set up their astronomy gear in the North Pole of the Ember Twin. Sure, spotted an unusually high number of supernova recently. Yeah, you can mark locations, that's cool. I need to examine the Sunless City more. Nomai and the Coleus were standing on the rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were both gone. To travel with a quantum object, I must be standing on the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Mallory returned to examine the rock, and they theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object, ceasing to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with the quantum object as they both move together. A strange rock shard that moves when I'm not watching, and it's a signal of quantum fluctuation frequency. Oh. Okay, apparently I'm not done here. Ow. Yeah, it was near Church's base. One of the... Yeah, third one of these. I think it was this one. There we go. Ow. Dang it. It's gonna disappear. Anyway. Friend, if you find any signal of Coleus, I implore you to tell me. He vanished without a trace during our research trip, and has been missing ever since. Alright, some of us from the Sunless City are here to help search for Coleus. Can you tell us more about your expedition? You have my gratitude, Burr. Coleus and I were studying the caves, geology, hoping to learn more about the unique and wandering rock that visited several different caves in the area. Where was young Coleus lost, Mallory? He disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole. It happened in an instant and without warning. I turned away from Coleus to examine a sample, and when I turned back, he simply wasn't there anymore. He had a limited supply of air, Anona. I'm afraid for him. Hypothesis. We will learn more by examining the northern lake bed cavern where Coleus disappeared. Search quickly, everyone. We have no time to squander. It's not gonna matter. Okay. Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lake bed cave at the one at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had when he disappeared. I beg any friends reading this help us recover Coleus. This rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, by my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to the rock I met earlier. Wasn't this the same rock fragment at the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? We plan to re-examine the northern lake bed. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there. An update. Malloy and I went back to the lake bed cavern and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. That means this rock wanders like its quantum moon does. How curious. This is yeah, that's you. Now, where am I now? Fascinating. I guess that wouldn't wear away the bridge. Okay, ship that way. There we go. Nope. Stay there. There we go. Now did I find out everything I needed about it? Yes. I noticed a strange wandering rock. I found a strange rock. Notching with signal quantum fluctuation frequency. Must be in complete darkness. Trying to examine rock. Nomai named Coleus was standing on the wandering rock when another Nomai lantern died. When they related the lantern and Coleus were both gone, traveled with a quantum object. I must stand at the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum roll to escape the cave and was trapped in. Coleus and Malloy returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when contact with the quantum object ceased to observe surroundings. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So, quantum shrine. Quantum moon locator. Okay, let's go to that. That'll also be... I'm very curious about what the quantum moon has to do with all of this. Okay, it wasn't too far away. Yeah, here we are. Oh, it's currently around... Pretty sure that's quantum moon. Yeah, you the quantum moon. Weird. So I have an idea about this whole thing. So I've got all three quantum principles. assume... There we go. Close everything up and you move with it. Now where am I? Oh. This is the only thing I can think of that has, like, absolute darkness. Now where am I? Oh. Fuck. That's how you move around. The different ones. Nope, no, 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 no. Whew. There we go. So, what I need to do, I'm guessing, the bramble is the one I think that I need to go to the North Pole. Ship around? It's still like the first one. Okay, so maybe the Bramble one actually can make it to the North Pole? Maybe not. Seems to go above the clouds. Yeah, that's a problem. Huh. Ship that's way out. Here we go. What does this one look like? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, but this is the one... No, this is Brittle Hollow. There you go. I'm gonna keep that observed so that way I can not have to, like, search frantically for that again. Yeah. So we seem to have an issue getting to the north. But I guess that's why it's the pilgrimage. So you have to make your way there, I think. Hey. And this is the one I think that was like impassable, right? It's like just a rock. Yeah. Back to Giant's Deep. I'm gonna get back to Hearth. I know my ship's there. Supposedly. Nope. 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 There we go. Now where the frick is my ship? What's interesting here is this is a different area. Huh. Okay. I don't see any caves or anything, and I don't, if I go too high, I think if I go into water or something. Well, huh. Well, that's annoying. So, oh, okay. I get how this all works now. So, this tower moves into one of a few places. And by traveling around, it made me realize probably the one... Okay, we're on you. Okay. So I have some ideas now. So if... I'm gonna just straight up ignore that. So I want to see how... Got you. This area is... Really? Already? Annoying. But I have an idea how this works. So basically, it seems to... Obviously, you have to use... Basically, it's a teleportation maze. You have to use the fact that that appears in different places to get to different places on different planets, which will help you get to the North Pole. So the one which might be the best for getting to different areas, so I almost need to map out where it spawns. Something like that. Hi, friend. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to keep you going. I'm curious. Did I unlock anything new? No. Okay, and let's also explore the quantum locator a bit more. Oh yeah, no, it's saying to get to the 6th location, so the whole point of the 6th location is that you need a way to get there, which is probably from the North Pole. So let's go to the quantum moon locator thing. Let's see, where was it? Was it north? Yeah. Ow. Whatever, we're just gonna go down here. Okay, boom. There we go. I did read this, right? Planet sometimes, so sometimes is a moon. First time counting natural satellite. Being reluctant to move, all constantly observed, might be formed macroscopic quantum junk. If so, when this moon appear on Brittle Hollow, it is confirmed some is orbiting Earth as well. Okay. Hello. Ah. Chart's research notes, property of chart. Clearly, the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? By the way, this is going to be the next game I want you to make a thumbnail for, so keep... what is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. HAL in the new astronaut translator tool would be nice to have handy about now. Okay, so we found another scroll. Let's check this out. But yeah, I just didn't look closely enough at this place. It's going good. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anona. Yeah, Wilds. Annona, Burr and I observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations. Sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device? It's also possible there exists a sixth place in the star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. So quantum moon over on Dark Bramble. You have a keen eye, my friend. So this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. There we go. Now, let me go make sure this whole area... I got everything. Where's my ship? Where did I park that thing? There it is. Yep. Smack my face. Okay. I'm thinking of just having someone wearing a spacesuit. I feel like it'd be really funny to have Drake wearing a spacesuit in this kind of patchwork style. Anyway. Did I find all the stuff? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, something I wanted to mention. For thumbnail versatility, sometimes you have them facing... so far, most of them have been facing left. Make sure you do some that are, like, facing right. So that way there's, like, some versatility there. I feel like when they're all facing the same direction, it looks a little samey in terms of, like, when looking at the thumbnails in a spread out thing. So, just something else to think about. Mix it up. Okay, so right now it seems to be around out. Oh, there we go. There we go. And I keep an eye on this. Okay. Oh, I have an idea. I don't know why I got out here, but... Okay. If I take a picture of this... Oh wait, no, I want to do it from the ship. There we go. So now it should, in theory, stay around... Yep. Once I'm lined up with it, then I'll do this. Okay. Okay. So. Oh. Before I... Let's refuel. start at the South Pole. Let's see how far north we can get. Been around a bit. Here we go. There we go. Now we're on this one. We'll figure that out. Okay, so now I want to go more north. Yeah. Personally, might just be sticking out of the spacesuit. Might just be a bit jank with it. Or we can do some ergonomics. That's also a possibility. Depends on how creative we want to be with it. Okay. Kind of got a barrier here. Definitely need to get above that midline. I've been using them when I'm playing this game. I literally did my intro my little waiting to start screen did it, and I'll do it for my outro for this one. For this game, I've been using the space theme. I also switched to using the space theme for... I was originally planning to use it only for, like, straight sci-fi, but then I'm like, yeah, I should use it for for anything kind of more in the science fiction, so I started using it for grounded as well. So we're at this little area. Okay. That's not helpful. I think Giant's Deep will be a good one, because you can get pretty far north on Giant's Deep. Let's keep going until we get Giant's Deep. Nope. Come on. Give me Giant's Deep. Give me that water planet. There we go. So now, let's see how far north we can get. Okay. Should be pretty far north. And... Ow. that didn't hurt me in real life, or didn't hurt me in the game, but it hurt me in real life. It just looked like it hurt. Okay. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Can I go? I can go to the North Pole here. I assume I'm gonna want... No, it's about where I was. It's about where I was. I mean, unless there's something special, like right at the North Pole. appearing kind of over there. Okay. Oh, it appeared. Might have just been too close. Now I assume I want to get to the 6th location. From here. And... Yep. I'm at the 6th location. Sweet. Okay. I figured it out. I done durned the puzzle. I done durned it good. Ah. Fascinating. You're still alive. Solanum. Who are you? Huh. Yeah, they're pretty neat. Pick up U-Stone. Explain. Identify. I am Solanum, and my clan arrived in this star system before my birth, and we now call it home. I am on my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Onamai and my clan make this journey when we come of age. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the Quantum Moon remains special to us, as it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. I've journeyed here to be close to the eye. While the eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the eye in the sky. March at the earliest. I'll keep the explain stone. Okay. Knee stone. Explain me. Or, no, yeah, explain me. I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine, to learn about and to find the eye of the universe. I'm unsure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system, as my clan originally did. You and me. Or identify me. I've never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes. There are many questions I would ask if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine. Yeah, I only understand the writing though. No, it's not going to be a script. It's more complicated than that. It's gonna be live, or it's gonna be live play or real play or whatever it's called. People call it nowadays. But yeah, it's gonna be recorded but not live streamed. I'm gonna spend like the first episode going over the system. The second episode is gonna be helping the group build characters, and then group build characters, and then we're gonna play the game and kind of just show it off. It's more of a showcase than it is going to be, because I feel like most people want to see a gameplay. They don't want to hear a game explained to them. They want to see it played. So that's what the podcast is going to be. Playing it. The different game systems. Pick up Quantum Moon. Identify the Quantum Moon. This is the Quantum Moon, where we both are standing. Despite also orbiting other celestial bodies, the Quantum Moon is the eye of the universe's moon. I'm gonna spend one explaining the game. Well, technically two. That's why it's gonna be one explaining it, one building characters, which is important, and then from there, figure it out. I don't know, if we feel we need more, we could do more. That'd be, well, obviously it's not gonna be perfect from the get-go. Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? This shard looks the same as the quantum moon's surface does now, while at the eye. Or it does now while at the eye. From this, we can reasonably infer that the quantum moon's natural state as we see it now, and that the eye is primarily... from this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state is as we see it now, and that the eye is its primary location. Given the quantum moon is the eye's moon, exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. Exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. The quantum moon and shards, for instance, are quantum. Thus, the eye is also likely quantum. It's likely also quantum. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the eye made it quantum. The same way the areas surrounding quantum shards that landed on other... Yeah, that's why... Yeah, playing the game is actually why I'm like... I feel like you can explain all you want, but playing it is how people get a grasp of it. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the eye made it quantum. The same way the areas surrounding the quantum shard that landed on other planets eventually became quantum too. Okay. Did I do this one already? Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. I want to do the eye now. So that's what those staffs are for. They can like type into it and then write with it. That's kind of neat. We are orbiting the eye of the universe now. Although we cannot see it, only the quantum's moon reflection of it, the eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around the star system. There is fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously. The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you've seen elsewhere in the star system. Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility, but What would happen if a conscious observer somehow entered the eye itself? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question. Well... anything else? Well, I guess. What does this do? Oh. It takes me back. Wait, but where's my ship? Oh, right. It wasn't this planet, it was the other one. There we go. This is the one I wanted to get back to my ship. Right? Okay. I need to do the giant steep trick again because it's the only one I know of that's like super open. Nope. Nope. Give it a second. Come on. Put me on giant steep. No, not Bramble. Been to Bramble a bunch already. No, not the star. I already talked to the guy. He didn't have anything else to say. I'm pretty sure I went through every option. I was slightly distracted by talking to people, and so my brain kind of forgot the... but I'm pretty sure I did it right. There we go. Thank you, game. I want to go south. And find the thing as far south as I can. Is that far south enough? No, that's about where I was. This feels far south enough, I think. About the same, but it's in a different spot, so we'll take it. Okay, now I need to go to the one I started on, which is... okay, you know what? Man. There's an easier way to do this. We're just gonna reset the loop. Now, hopefully... I got everything I needed from there. Does seem like I did make it to the 6th location. Okay. And yeah, nothing more to explore, so... Middle of Ignomai, named Solomon, the South Pole, the quantum moon inside the universe. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all the macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Solomon wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Yeah, so I got all the Eye of the Moon, Eye of the Universe stuff. There's also the Stranger. I haven't figured out anything with the Stranger yet. And there's got the Interloper. You know what? I'm gonna go check out the Bramble. Again. There's definitely stuff I need to explore. Where'd the Bramble? There we go. Nope. Abandon. Abort. Too curious. We got that thing. Yeah, it's coming around. I'm curious if I can land on it. For obvious reasons, it's gonna be kind of hard to. Dang. There's got to be a way to get to that that's not just landing on it, because that's just a pain. And I feel like the answer to that is going to be on the Astros. I mean, I crashed. I got onto it too fast and crashed. And it killed me. So yeah, and then it... Funny enough, I don't think it killed me instantly. I think it bounced me off of the thing, and then it flew me into the sun. You know. The most interesting way to die. Go to the Amber Twin. In space. No one can hear you crash. Okay, let's see. I'm great at this game. Okay. I know where I want to land. I want to go to the Sunken City, which I know I can get to from here. Although I feel like there's probably a better way. Nope, don't go out yet. Put on spacesuit. Please no kill self again. Now, I do remember there's a way to the city from here. So let's explore the city. And their little escape pod thing. Of interest. Do not follow the tunnel. Found enormous cave. Yeah, long-term shelter. So this way. Whoop. No, not this way. This way. There we are. Path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. Reach shelter, walk forward until you meet the sand fall of the pit, then turn left, continue to the room filled with rock column formation, climb upwards to the opening and keep above. Sandfold, then turn left. Okay. There we go. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, just keep going ahead. Oh. I was right. I just got turned around and thought that I was in a pit. Anglefish fossil overlook. Okay. Now, I want to explore this area a bit. I haven't explored this city yet. I was mostly trying to get to the anglerfish and not just explore it. I mean, it's interesting. Wait, I see glow. How do I get in? Get over it? But get into there. We'll come back to that. Let's check it over here. Oh. High Energy Lab Trailhead. Eye Shrine District. Stepping Stone District. Angular Fish Overlook District. Ah! There we go. Does this give me oxygen? Yeah. There we go. If I come in here, I can get something done. I mean, I did literally pick the color, I did pick these headphones because of that. I mean, the reason Drake's that color, the reason even Kieran's kind of that color, is because it's my favorite color. There we go. Got somewhere. Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to the star system, signal from the eye. We observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. We want to know. What we know is this. The source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the Eye of the Universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. If the eye called to us, why won't it reveal itself? Why is it so difficult to locate it? Did something happen to it? Did the signal stop? Does the eye no longer desire to be found? Perhaps this isn't the eye's choice. The eye may not be able to communicate with us more than it already has. Did the eye deliberately call out to us by sending the signal? Or did we hear the signal by coincidence? We could be seeing meaning where there is none. Suppose the signal was produced incidentally. Does that mean the eye is any less important, though? Perhaps the eye wanted to be found. Could it be sentient? Maybe it chose us. Does the eye desire something from us? Could it need us in some way? Maybe it doesn't have to be us. Is the eye natural or artificial? Maybe someone built it. The eye older than the universe itself? How could something exist before its creator? Could be naturally occurring, though this doesn't answer the eye, how the eye could be as old as it is. Okay. Philosophical stuff. The philosopher Gerdard. Right? No, I can't go out that way. Okay, how do I get out of here? Oh, here we go. just realized, if I'm going to explore this area, I should start from the bottom. In fact, it probably already, too late to explore the lowest reaches. What I actually should do is find a way into here from the outside. Stepping Stone Cave. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like they should have made the way out a little bit more obvious, but whatever. I could totally see someone getting stuck there and not knowing how to leave. This is what I'm talking about. Fossil Fish Cave. Yeah, okay, I don't need to. Because I already did the Fossil Fish Cave thing. The one thing I did already. Here. Here. Yeah, and I'm just trying to find the stuff in the... What's annoying is when something's a maze and your goal is just to find stuff in the maze without, like... My goal isn't, like, to... My goal is to explore everything, so it's kind of hard to, like, okay, where... Have I been here yet? Where am I? Okay, so this was that area. Oh, and then I jumped off here, and then I can come over here, actually. Okay, that's up there, and that probably prevents you from getting back up that way. Gravity cannon. Okay, so the gravity cannon leads to the city. Okay. Well, so that's probably the easiest way back into here, then. There we go. Dang it. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of annoying. Man, let me out. Okay. That's fun. You don't even get, like, easy access to the gravity from the gravity cannon, it seems like. Maybe you do. This is in Sunken City, Sunless City this way. Ah. Let's see. And... Whoa. Oh. So the gravity cannon can launch you as well. That's interesting and also problematic. Well, I'm falling into the sun. Bye, cruel world. my gosh, I did a bit of a slingshot. I mean, I'm gonna die of oxygen here in a second anyway, so might as well just speed this up. While this is playing, I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Oh, yeah. By the way, this week, oh my gosh, I apologize also for being extremely unresponsive this week because, like, the work has been a nightmare. Like, my boss, like, I kind of talked about it before, but basically my boss gave me a project that he wanted to basically be included on. The annoying part about it is that he himself, like, you know, it was all the information we needed for it is on QuickBooks, which is, you know, the online software for stuff. And what was so annoying about it is that he's extremely tech unsavvy because he's 80 fucking 7. Yeah, let's just, since I have to these directions. No, it's not this direction. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Where was that little entrance? Might have been, like, here. Well, let's land here anyway. So, I had to spend basically twice as long to get this thing done. I know, and I know it's like... Ah, here it is. I was right. And I know that, like, I tend to be decent about replying. Yeah. And this just lasted way longer than it needed to. So yeah, basically, the project, he was, like, basically taking his funds out of the company to kind of figure out how much his company is worth, because he's thinking of selling it to his son. Also, I didn't notice there was a thing here. Should we build a sun station to power the Ash Twin project? Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. I can't imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I understand the proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twins project. I almost can't comprehend this is being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against everything, every standard we hold ourselves to, and everything we believe in as a species. Maybe. We'll talk about that. We fail, and the probability of this is not insignificant. We will, without question, destroy ourselves. All life here, and the rest of the star system. I wish to protect these species. The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe a cost. We shouldn't build the sun station, no matter how badly we want the knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try. I believe if we were cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in pie. Poke, I'm desperately honored. Idea, I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain sun station will not cause destruction, once we built it, then I won't support the station's use. Unsurprisingly, I disagree. We're pushing a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristic of our species. Okay. Yeah. So basically, okay, so Higher Energy Lab is the lowest. Then Stepping Stone District, which is how you get to the... Then Anglerfish Overlook District. Ice Shrine District. There we go. Let's get in here. High Energy Lab. Let's check this out. Yeah. So basically, he's thinking of selling it to his son. He basically wants to find out how much the company is worth. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not worth enough to not just sell it to his son. But his son's willing to buy it. His son also currently works for the company, so it's not like it's crazy. They talked about it. His wife is vehemently against it, but that's mainly because his wife hates the son. His son. Yay. How do I get out of here? Okay, good. I can get up. So that's its own thing, but... because all I've heard from her about it is, like, how he'll ruin the company, you know, there's nothing, that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, major family drama. Figure out a way through here. Gotta be another way around. Ah. Yeah. But anyway, so in the process of trying to figure all this out, you know, my boss, like, he's talking with the accountant, our accountant, to kind of go through and figure all this out. It's a small company, but even with that, yeah, there's a lot of gossip. A lot of talk back and forth about speculation and stuff. It's kind of amusing for even in an office with like 7 people. It's still not immune to that kind of stuff. But anyway, the whole thing is he wanted to like go through and be the one to like mark off what he spends on the company. So I had to like print out a whole bunch of stuff and constantly revise things. And wait, why am I back over here? Oh gosh, did I get turned around? Gosh dang it. Oh, that's cut off. I literally just got turned around. Okay, well, if I want to check this out, I need to actually, you know, start over again. Yeah. So I had to, like, print out sheets for him to go through and check off. Then I had to take those sheets and re-input them into Excel to, like, add everything up. And then he kept making corrections and changes, and then I had to pass things by him when he was inconsistent, and then I had to, like, go through and do all this. So it's just been a big project that is made needlessly complicated by my boss's intent to be involved. And it's all like, look, rule of thumb, if I don't know what it is, you probably spent it on yourself. Because that's the thing. He buys a lot of his own stuff with the company. Like, you know, he pays for a lot of his own stuff through the company, which is, you know, a whole thing. I don't think it's technically illegal, but I also don't think it's like, I think there's like stuff you have to do in relation to that, but whatever. Because it's actually his company. Like, I think you're allowed to do that for, like, certain types of limited liability stuff or other things. I don't know. I think it depends on the company type. Anyway, it's not a big deal, but it's just kind of like, yeah. So he has to separate himself out from the company. Okay, where was this thing? There's the gravity cannon. I want to go to the high cliff. Well, at least I'm getting better at finding this location. Nope. And head towards the cannon, and it should be right here. Come on. Yep. There we go. But yeah, you can imagine why this whole project this week was just a nightmare. And it's technically started last Friday, which is why, like, I feel like I might have been a little bit less responsive. And even before that, and here's what made this all even worse. Before that, I was, you know, catching up from my... Yeah, it wasn't a nightmare as much as it was just so tedious. And, like, but I also had to, like, be focused, and he kept calling me into his office to ask questions, and it's just, like, back and forth, and I'd have to explain to him something again because he has a terrible memory, because he's 87, and I'd explain things over and over again. It's just was so, yeah, unnecessary is a good word for it. Okay, is there something? Oh, I missed this. Looking up has its benefits. Come on, let me, no. There we go. One thing I wish this game had is waypoints. Where is this? I think we're back into the city. No? Yeah, and before that I had to catch up because my coworker went on vacation, so I got behind because, oh, this is this area, okay. But that area has got to lead around because... Yeah, okay. I need to find a way over. Here we go. Ah, here we go. This is different. But this feels like it's back towards the city, isn't it? Yep. Never mind, that is backwards. So I want to go the other way? So this was the right way? No, because this leads to the anglerfish area, doesn't it? Maybe? Yeah, so my coworker was on vacation for a bit, which, you know. Oh my gosh. How do I get through here? Trying to get some sand on the ground. Not good. Oh, wait, maybe. Just have to wait for the sand to build up enough to get through here. Yeah. Which is funny, because when I go on vacation, she doesn't take care of my work, so I just have more work when I go on vacation, but I actually get to cover some... Oops. Okay. Come on, let me over. That was a bad idea. It's fine. Like, I say that's funny, but it's also, like, it's not as big of a deal as it sounds. Because, like, the reason for it is because she's in charge of orders. Which is, like, you know, time sensitive. When someone wants to place an order, you need to, you know, place the order. It's telling me that there's oxygen nearby. Okay. Basically? Oh, good, oxygen. I needed that. Yeah, because basically her and I are the only ones who know how to place orders. For the most part. Now, what the frick does all this do? Should have read a thing before I turn on a thing. Records show Namaya arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Remy and I are devising an experimental experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or a simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsed between something entering a black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. I mean, I don't take care of any of her other work, I just take care of the orders, which is important because, you know, when a customer places an order, they want it handled, you know? So, like, I get why it works this way, because, like, for me, I don't do anything time sensitive like that. So that's why, but it just means that I now have an extra job when you know, she goes on vacation, which means I get behind. So I was catching up, and then right around the time I was caught up, I get hit with this project, so I was just so done. Like, I actually I'm taking 2 vacation days this next week, Thursday and Friday, because I need a break. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the white hole station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Okay. An update. Our experiment here reproduces the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eye. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Rami, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Rami and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi, I saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of the abstract theory and practical application. Okay. What does this do? Oh. Oh. Okay. Now what? I got another scroll, but let's look at this first. Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it's actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Rami and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require an advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? You're a gas, Pi. My pun was intended, Rami. So I believe it's you whose area form. Probably know the genders in this. Okay. Interesting. Go and check this out. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between the Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers like the one we had on the White Hole Station to connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Poke, Root, and I will begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Of note, each tower on the Ash Twins will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Kindly stop reminding me. Different planet, oh. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Okay. So the Ash Twin allows you to teleport to the different things. Okay, I see. Okay, so this... So that one's the Ash Twin. The Sun Station is the one I want, right? And so that's the Sun Station. So it's kind of got like drippy stuff on it. Ash Twin, Hearth, Timber Hearth, Brittle Hollow, and okay. So that's how I get to the Sun Station. I get to it through the warp rather than through the, interesting. Note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings of the White Hole Station. An update, the High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twins project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use this on the city path to the lab. Rami and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the sun to the city. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but this door must remain closed nonetheless. High energy lab. Okay. The question is, what does this actually do? I open this, but how do I activate it? Oh, hold on. Warp core. So some have black holes, some have white holes. Okay, I see. Some are empty. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Ah. Ah, this is the experiment. Okay. The more energy you have, the faster that happens, supposedly. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's just demonstrating what's going on. But I now know how to get to the sun station. I need to go to, what does this say? From the city. Let's go over here. What is this? Okay, that leads to that thing. Ship. Let's head towards ship. There we go. Bad. Okay. Come on. Let me up. Burning oxygen here, literally. So then I know which one looks like which. I'm curious about getting to the sun station thing. Ash Twin should be coming around here. There we are. So Cyclone. Twin. And that's that place. This one. Okay, this is the one we want. Oh, hey, look, Quantum Moon. So, I need to get into this one specifically. Teleport. What does this say? Some time has passed since I checked with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Recently, my assessment is that our plans will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. How curious. Remy thinks I am a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. Hypothesis: time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yara. That, at least, we can agree on. I don't see what state of matter you are. What state of matter you are has to do with this. I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Oh, fun. I'm supposed to, okay, there was another entrance, so let's see. Where this goes. Of course it's broken. I need to get to the Sun Station, but to get to the Sun Station I need to go through this annoying... well... yeah, that's gonna be a pain to get through. But, well, the problem is I also need to wait a bit. But there are ways to wait a bit. I can literally just go here and doze off. Let's doze off for a bit. We'll do... so it's 22 minutes, I think, is the whole time. Let's do, like, 5? Other person? Oh, this guy? What's his name? Hey, what can I do for you? Slate, that's his name. He's the one who built this ship. There's other NPCs in the game. Most of which are inconsequential, but, you know, you saw the one with the goat guy earlier. Although he was in a spaceship, so you couldn't quite tell he was a goat guy, but, you know. Fun station. High energy lab. Hatch tower. Not successfully produced temporal. First observed. Not discovered they could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp cores. So I wanted to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. They concluded they would require new technology to produce necessary energy as well as advanced warp cores to handle those energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Plans for each of the towers, Ash Twin's equator. Each tower is warps to a different planet, although many Nomai were quick to note that the sun is not an exterior planet. Each tower is designed to visually reflect its warp destination. The tower allowed the Nomai to quickly travel between Ash Twins and all other locations in the Ash Twins project. Sun Station. Nomai debated building a Sun Station in order to power the Ash Twins project. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. My plan to construction technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval on the Ash Twins. So that's kind of from the city. More here. When I finish up that, I'll read the rest of that. Okay. Lets me know exactly how long the whole time delay thing is, which is neat. Ash Twin. Definitely gonna need a... So we got these big things. Okay. So to get to the sun station is going to be kind of a pain. This is the twin one. I guess that's the highest one. You can just come right into this. And we got a scroll up here. Yeah, I just need to find a place to use it. So, yeah. Oh, come on. I see a hole. Yeah, so this is all kind of interesting. I thought the quantum moon would say more, but it really didn't seem to have much of an impact on things. Maybe after I get more information I can go back there and maybe something new will pop up, but... Ah, here we go. Here's a wall. Hi. Friends visiting from the Hanging City. We are planning the Ash Twins project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twins Equator. I became lost on Ember Twins. My gratitude that Rami found me, but the High Energy Lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Kanoi would lose his head if it weren't anatomically impossible. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, so this one takes you to the Ash Twins. Neat. Ship. Don't. Come on. There we go. Ow. Yeah, we're tuned up ship. Where is you? There he is. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to the other one. Go. Okay. Actually, what I'm gonna do is park on top like I did last time. Okay. Let's see if I can get through here without absolutely eating it again. Dang. That's gonna be a pain. And you also have to, like, wait to get to a point where you can even attempt that. That is clearly what you're supposed to do. What time is it? I should probably end. It's getting close to time, and I've got D&D later. Yeah, so this week, though, should hopefully be a little bit better. I still have so much to do, too, at work. Like, that's the other thing. I've, like, got to get everything all sorted for our, for the end of the year. For taxes and stuff. Like, that's my job. And here I've been, like, doing a bunch of random stuff for weeks. Nothing. Well, okay. So this happened a long time ago. Basically, I get tendinitis periodically. The issue is that one time I couldn't find... After I moved, I couldn't find any of my braces. My wrist braces. So I bought a new one on Amazon. And that one actually dug into my hand in a way that actually caused damage. Part of me's like, I should probably see if I can sue them, because, like, seriously, like, my thumb still hurts occasionally. Mostly when I'm playing now controller games, which is why I put on the brace when I'm doing controller games. It's stupid. Anyway. Thank you all very much for watching. If you liked, you can follow. If you really liked, you can subscribe. If you need more convincing, you can check me out on YouTube in the panels down below. If you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And if you need more convincing, you can check out another video up there. Until next time.